What's up YouTube? Capital G here, checking out a brand new trap card that just got revealed in Dark Neo Storm. It's called Snowman Effect, and the timing of this card's revelation could not be better, at least if you live in the United States as I do. We're currently in winter, and hell, there's a lot of places around this country where you can just look out your window and see kids making snowmen, let alone the effects of snow. And obviously, I love the artwork of this card. It reminds me of when Snowman Eater was a very popular card at the beginning of Zexal. I remember my last regional top 8 Dino Rabbit deck actually had Snowman Eater in the main, so it brings back some good memories. This is a normal trap card that's a hard once per turn. When I saw that, I thought, oh man, it's going to be really powerful, but not so much. It says target one face-up monster you control. It gains attack equal to the total original attack of all monsters you control until the end of the turn. But that monster cannot attack directly. You know what? Surprisingly, I don't have a problem with the fact that the monster cannot attack directly. Like, I don't have a problem with that at all. If you've looked at some of the cards that Konami has given us over like the last year, we see cards like Salaman Great Violet Chimera or the Utopia Double. I mean, these are cards that allow you to OTK your opponent pretty easily when attacking one of their monsters. So, you know, OTKing your opponent with an attack on a monster really isn't that difficult. And this seems like a card where I think Konami wanted to be ambitious, but I think that they were fearful that this card would just be a colossal OTK tool. And, you know, the obvious problem with this card is it's a little too slow. I think Snowman Effect was just begging to be made into a quick play spell, because you think about the best applications in these kind of like swarming decks like Yosenju and Furhire. These decks where you summon one monster and that monster summons another one and then that monster summons another one. If Snowman Effect would have been a quick play, you would have been able to take, you know, maybe your lowest attack monster, crank its attack through the ceiling, and basically run over anything your opponent has, even if it's a big Boral Link monster or something that's like 3,000 plus attack, and then the rest of your little monsters could have been able to potentially push for game. But the way that this card is, you gotta set it, and you know, it's like, well, what are you really doing in that case? You're just kind of wasting your turn. Honestly, it's like, why not just run something like Mind Control that can just take your opponent's monster at that point so that you don't have to even worry about attacking over it? And really, the only reason that I would even think of running this over a battle trap is the fact that it can kind of be used offensively. Battle traps, of course, have to rely on your opponent attacking for them to even be activated, but this is a card that if your opponent just puts a monster on board, they don't want to attack into your back row, you can technically flip it over and use it during your turn and, you know, try to force your monsters through. But honestly, this card is just too freaking slow. If this card would have been a quick play, I think that it would have actually been viable, and you could have seen it used in decks that like to throw a bunch of monsters on the field really quickly, and it would have been a nice way of, you know, making your small monsters into colossal monsters. And even if they couldn't attack directly, they could still do a lot of damage. But Konami was ambitious. They were just too afraid of this card being used for OTK purposes, and that's why we saw it as a trap. So Konami, you killed this card's playability by making it purple. You should have made it a quick play. Whatever you guys think about Snowman Eater, leave it in the comment section below. Maybe you guys disagree with me. If so, let me know why in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.